Good morning. Let's make sure this is going live for you guys so you can see it. I'm going to be on this, making sure that it looks all professional. I wonder if you guys can actually hear me alright. Should be alright. Let's have a look here. Tyson, Lloyd, what's the deal with creatine? Is it actually working at the moment? Let's have a look, see. Yes, it is. Perfect. Now what I want to make sure for you guys is... You should be able to hear me okay. Should be able to hear me. Yeah, perfect. So, here's a little trick that I want to share with you guys, right? I am currently... Oh, hey Luke, what's going on, buddy? Can you hear me okay, Luke? Yep, cool. So, look at this, ready? You want to see where my handy dandy mic is? Boom, it's right here. It's hidden between all the non, what's this word called? When you try not to trick people into thinking that it's like brainwash. What's the brainwash? Non-product placement. That's what I'm trying to think of. Cool. So I'm going to hide this within all of my product placements so you guys can be able to hear us. There, perfect. Yep, sweet, cool. Alright, so guys, I'm going to be talking to Lloyd today about creatine because you guys know how I'm iffy about supplements, and there are actually some that I do recommend, like protein powder we talked about last time, and another supplement I really recommend is creatine if you want to take it. Not everyone has to take it. Jesus, you guys can hear me double. Not everyone has to take it, but I thought it would be a really good topic to talk about because I've had a couple of questions come in about it recently, like, you know, what does it actually do? Is it a steroid? I actually used to think it was steroids. I thought it was so good when I found out I could buy creatine. I'm like, oh yeah. But so yeah, I'm going to talk to Lloyd about it. I'm actually waiting for him because he's brought up the coffee at the moment, and it's just that time where it's time to get the buzz going. But yeah, so waiting for that. What else has been happening I want to update you guys with? Nothing much really. I'm just trying to make up some bullshit talk until Lloyd comes here, so just thought we'd get it going. But I think it's going to be a cool thing to talk about because creatine, it's really cheap, which is good, is one of the things, and it's been proven to work because Lloyd, is it one of the, or it is the most studied supplement?
Yeah, it's touted as the most studied supplement just ever.
Yeah.
And I'd say that's pretty much accurate. It's
been
around for, I think, at least 50 years, like some ridiculous length of time.
Yeah.
And it's always been creatine monohydrate that's been studied. So that's what we'll talk about today specifically. I'll just
God
kick
damn,
on
this
my...
coffee tastes good right now. You go a week without something and you just appreciate the little things in life, guys. That's all it is.
Big time. And same with pre-workouts. People that are really into those, they really need to cycle.
Oh god, but that was a bit too hot.
Oh yeah, sorry, it comes out hot.
That's good though. So yeah guys, I know I'm just killing time. I'm waiting. Lloyd's making an Instagram post, having some fun before we get it started. And but if you have any questions in the meantime, whether it be about creatine or whether it be about anything else, you can, in the meantime, make a comment because I can read them, like it's right in front of the computer here. So even though I'm talking to you guys, I can see where this is coming from. And guess what? I am subliminally wearing a shirt that says the Cave Nutrition like Lloyd, because that's where we are at the moment. I'm going to try and look entertaining. Hey! Is that a creatine mono?
It is.
Okay, cool. Alright, he's here. He's joining us. The man is here. The camera is here. Don't look there. Don't worry about that. That's just me watching. Okay? So I can see the comments coming through.
Oh, right.
Yep. So we look at the camera here. Hello, camera. Okay. Hello. So, he's here. He's with us. We know where the camera is. We've got our coffee. We're caffeinated. It's time to rock and roll. We are talking about creatine today. So, what I want to get kickstarted with is, yes, it is we think, one of the most studied supplements out there, and it has been proven to work. Now, Lloyd, kickstart us. What the frig is creatine?
Creatine monohydrate is basically it's a granular powder that you can take. It's naturally occurring. It's not exactly an amino acid. It's some sort of diphosphate. So we won't get into that just yet. But you can get it from meat and fish specifically in your diet. But you know, it's the kind of thing you'll never build up into massive amounts. The body can also make it, from a couple of other bits and pieces, some amino acids. But it's the kind of thing that you can introduce to your body and bulk up the levels of quite significantly from an external source. So it really can be synthesized from the diet, and so therefore if you add creatine itself, you will get a massive increase in the amount of creatine in your body.
Okay, so if we just go back over that, creatine is found in red meat predominantly.
Yeah, and fish. Apparently it's quite high in fish. So,
really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's obviously that's where you can get it, or you can buy it in supplement form, right?
Absolutely.
So, and when you do buy it, like obviously wherever you're going to get it from, or if you're going to buy it, are there different types of creatine out there?
Yeah, there is. Monohydrate is the most studied, and there's a few other types. There's like HCI or HCl, people say different things. There's a magnesium chelated creatine, all sorts of things like that. The thing about monohydrate is that it's been more widely studied, but also it seems to stick around in the body longer. So I'll explain that briefly. If you take one of the other forms of creatine, they are easier to absorb, but they're also easier to excrete. So they sort of go in and come out of the body.
Right.
That's the current bro science on it. They haven't been studied that widely. That's why we don't really know.
Yeah, right.
But they're good for an explosive increase, so like pre-workout kind of thing, and they're in a lot of pre-workouts, those types of creatine.
Right.
But they don't seem to hang around and cause the muscle swelling and increase in muscle size that the monohydrate does, just from anecdotal use.
Right.
From me actually using them, I've noticed that too.
Yeah, right.
Seem to get bigger on creatine monohydrate.
Okay.
So they're quick in and quick out. The other ones, they're less difficult to digest, but they're not as beneficial as monohydrate.
So when you say quick in and quick out, like obviously ingest it, do you just like piss it out then?
Yeah, you pee it out. It gets broken down into another type of creatine called creophosphate or something like that. We'll have to look it up.
Right.
And then it gets excreted through your urine.
Okay. So if we're talking about that then, there's different types out there. Creatine mono, other ones you were talking about. HCl, did you say?
Yeah, HCl.
Okay. I remember at one point I was taking, I think it was called Concrete. It was some brand.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Creatine, HCl.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, right.
Digestion.
And all that type of stuff. But basically what I found, and probably what Lloyd's found itself, is that the most effective and the most studied is creatine monohydrate. That's all you want, is a basic creatine monohydrate, right?
Yeah.
And the good thing about creatine monohydrate is that it's pretty cheap.
Yeah, it's dirt cheap in terms of supplements. I mean, this is $24.95, and you got 75 serves here. So this is what was that, like about 2 months worth?
Yeah, right.
Because you take 5 grams a day.
Yeah.
75 serves. So you only really need 1 serve a day. You can make it 10 grams if you're really going through a strength training program or trying to bulk. But you'd notice benefits at just 1 scoop a day. So that's 75 serves. So it's not a particularly expensive supplement. Yeah.
Is that right? If math,
probably
maybe not. Probably cheaper.
less.
No, actually, I think you're right. It's way cheaper. Yeah, but it's pretty cheap. Okay, so creatine monohydrate. Don't ask me about math. I'm a rep counter. I'm a personal trainer. I don't go above 15. Okay?
Yeah, right.
So all that shit.
20 at best.
Yeah. So basically, we've got the creatine monohydrate. It's good for. Is it good for like any time? Like, is there a certain time I should be taking it, or can I just take it whenever?
Yeah, there's a couple of tips with creatine, monohydrate especially. If you take it on an empty stomach, it will make you feel like going to the toilet, or maybe make you feel a bit cramped in the stomach.
Really?
Yeah, it won't feel great, because what it does is it pulls water into the intestine, and that causes discomfort.
Yeah.
Basically, your body just doesn't know what's going on. So you want to absorb it as quickly as possible. And the trick to doing that is actually really simple, and it works with like 9 times out of 10. Like 9 people out of 10, you use this trick, no discomfort with creatine mono, and you just get nice big muscles. And that trick is have it with carbs, at least 10 grams of carbs. So that could be a glass of fruit juice. Like they say non-acidic fruit juice is better, so like pineapple juice or something like that would be good. Throw it in that, or have it with, a lot of post-workout shakes have carbs in it these days, because that's a good time to get carbohydrates in, the anabolic window. We'll talk about that another day. So throw it in with your post-workout shake is great, especially if there's some carbs in there. Or pre-workout with some carbs. So pre or post-workout are the best times to take it. With carbs is almost essential if you ask me, 10 grams at least.
But basically I can take it any time of the day as long as I have it.
So
what have it with, okay, so have it with like fruit juice or something. What if I had it with just water, but I had it with meal?
Yeah, that's okay too. So say you have a banana, and then you throw the creatine down on top. No worries. You had it with a meal that had some rice in it, or a bit of pasta, or a bit of sourdough or whole grain. sweet, you should be fine too. And technically it doesn't matter when you do it.
Yeah,
it just
right.
seems to absorb faster around a workout, and it gets used in that workout, so you get a bit more of an improvement in your workout.
Okay. So, going after that, if you guys want to take creatine monohydrate, you can take it at any time, as long as you've got some type of carbohydrate source there, but optimal would be around the workout.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Agreed.
Up to you guys. Don't stress if you don't get it in at that time. Just get it in during the day. Now, you said 5 grams a day, so it's just like 1 scoop.
Yep, 1 scoop a day is enough. You can push it to 10 grams.
Yep.
That'd be someone doing a really serious strength training program, or
But for the average, for the
average Joe,
yeah.
5 grams
For me,
is a massive difference in your workouts over time.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
Now, there are people who respond to it and people who don't respond to it, right? For me, I'm a non-responder, and that's because I eat a lot of fish and I eat a lot of red meat.
Yep.
Yeah, and so when I say I'm a non-responder, I don't notice anything out of it. Like, it's not like I'm getting crazy gains or anything like that, but like they said, it obviously helps you with your strength. It helps you, you kind of look more fuller. For me, I don't get that effect from it, and I think it's just because my creatine stores are saturated as much as possible type of thing, because I'm eating so much red meat.
It's possible.
Yeah, so there are people who are non-responders out there. It's not a high percentage, but if you ever take creatine, one thing you'll notice is that you retain more water, right?
Yeah.
So you're a little bit heavier, like you won't gain weight, but you'll be able to store more water in your muscles.
Yeah, and a lot of people think that water weight is bad, or it's like, because when you get a bit estrogenic, you store water weight, and it's technically, you got to remember your body's 98% water, or whatever it is, and your muscles are full of red blood cells and water. What this does is increases the capacity for the muscles to hold energy, and that means a lot more water. It also means nitrogen retention, nutrient retention. There's a whole range of things that it's doing in the muscle.
Yep.
So people saying that they look bloated on it, I think it's a little bit of a myth. Your muscles will get bigger, but the layer of fat covering them won't change.
Yeah, of course.
So, maybe if you were shredding pre-contest, you'd want to split hairs and remove the creatine.
Yeah.
But for the average Joe looking good at the beach, or whatever we're trying to aim to do,
Yeah.
creatine isn't really going to be your problem in terms of getting a nice defined physique. In my opinion.
Yeah, when I say that, more water, that's
you will get heavier.
You will get heavier, right? So it's not like oh, I'm going to be puffy or anything like that.
No.
But yeah, that's all kind of what I'm
weight
saying.
will increase.
Yeah.
That's
so
correct.
that's how to kind of see if you're a responder, because you will see, most people will see that slight weight increase.
Yeah.
But it's not like you put on fat or you put on anything like that. It's just your body's able to hold more water, which is actually really good for you.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't, like you said, in the muscle.
Yeah.
If you're able to do that, well then, fuck yeah, don't argue with that.
Oh, absolutely. And I guess people that don't respond might be getting enough, or it might just be that maybe they're not using the carbohydrates to get it absorbed through the intestinal wall. There's a few tricks that can be part of the reason you're not a non-responder.
Yeah.
But it could just well be that, yes, there's non-responders out there too. That's true.
Cool. Okay, so basically we've gone over so far what it is, when you take it, the best type of source, creatine monohydrate. What else we got to know? Is it a steroid?
No, not at all.
No. Will it get me huge and jacked if I just take creatine?
Yeah, look, it won't work on its own. It helps boost protein synthesis, which is what a lot of non-steroidal things, even steroids, boost protein synthesis. I mean, protein synthesis by definition is your muscles growing.
Yeah.
Because when your body synthesizes protein, it makes muscle. This will boost that, but it won't affect hormones in any way. It's a naturally occurring substance, so it's it's something your body already does anyway. You're just accelerating a natural process. It boosts something called ATP, which your body uses for energy output.
Yeah.
So it's really helpful for getting more muscle contractions as well. So not only will you look bigger, protein synthesis will go up,
right,
but you can do more reps and you can hold on. Like for instance, a terrible example that I'm just thinking of now. You could hold a contraction for longer. So maybe if you're an MMA fight, like if you have clients that are in boxing or maybe some sort of wrestling, it'd be really beneficial for those type of static holds as well. So if they were trying to put a choke on someone, creatine would actually give them an advantage to being able to hold the contraction longer. Because when you run out of ATP stores, your muscle cannot contract anymore.
Right.
It's that simple.
Okay. Unfortunately, well, not really unfortunately, but none of my clients are MMA fighters, so we ain't going to be choking anyone out. But if you're in a street fight,
you don't choke people,
and you got to choke someone out, at least you're going to be able to hold it for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Thanks to good old creatine monohydrate, right?
You end up in a choking situation.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks to creatine.
You never know.
That was what really helped me with my choking situation.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, so guys, I'm not sure if any of you actually do take creatine or not. So if you do, or you have any questions, make sure to comment down below while we're talking and just like bullshitting on about this. But at the end of the day, like a lot of people do want to know, does it work? Is it beneficial? And like we said, it's one of the most studied supplements, so it does work. I would say probably about like 99% of people type of thing.
Yeah,
like,
people get gains. I mean, you got to remember, a lot of times when people take something or get a training program or get a diet, they don't always follow it. So we have to bear in mind that if you're going to use creatine, you've got to stick to it. You've got to take your 5 grams a day, get some carbs in, you've got to train hard. But I have seen people absolutely stack on mass with just good old creatine and some protein powder.
Right.
Maybe like a mass gainer with some carbs in it.
But also good diet and stuff too along with that. Like, it's not like the creatine was the one thing.
No, that's right. No, in terms of supplements that were added to their regime, it made a huge difference.
Yeah.
But those people were the kind of people that turned up at the gym, they lifted nice and heavy, and they made sure they got their calories in. If you're in a calorie deficit and you're trying to train for mass, it's just not going to happen. It doesn't matter how many bells and whistles I give you, you're not going to put on that mass. So, but it's a real good way to get a leg up. And we all know that when you start to see some results, it really gives you some momentum, and you feel like, hey, this is working. Like, I'm going to do this again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and I might eat a bit more calories, and
That's the reason I drink coffee, because it works every day.
And then you get addicted, and I make lots of money out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but it's a great way to actually accelerate your results and feel like you're getting somewhere, and actually get to that place you wanted to get to, which is putting on some mass in this case. So I definitely rate it. I wouldn't do a whole live session with you on it if I didn't think this is one of the things that most people should give a go. They're trying to build muscle.
Do you take it every day?
Yeah, at the moment I am. I'm trying to put on a bit of muscle.
Yeah, right.
Just since opening the store, I really lost a bit. Just burning the candle at both ends and whatnot, and not eating enough calories. So I'm trying to accelerate that, get my lifts back up. It's always depressing when you manage to squat. You hit your 100 kilo squat, which is for me amazing. Chicken legs,
2 plates,
white boy genetics,
2 plates,
and then it drops back down again. So the first thing that I want to add back in if I'm trying to get strength and mass back on is definitely creatine.
So David just came in with the question. Sorry, I completely ignored that last bit you said, but it was important for you guys. David said, I only take it when working out, capsule form, but not every day, as I heard you should be taking a rest from it. Should you actually take it? Like, do you need to take a rest from it?
Well, look, I would say be responsible with your body, and if you think you want to take a rest from something, maybe take 4 weeks on and a week off, then absolutely do it. It's not going to hurt you to take a rest from it. The science, and I've scoured around to find the science on potential kidney damage and whatnot, which is kind of like a bit of a wives' tale, a bit of a bro science thing. There is nothing to back up that this will do any kind of long-term damage. In fact, it's also been discovered recently that creatine monohydrate has neurological benefits.
Yeah, so good for your brain too.
Yeah, people with Alzheimer's and whatnot, they're giving it to them, and there's some improvements. So that said, there's no evidence to say you'll get kidney damage. It does get processed by the kidneys, and that's probably where people came up with maybe we should take a break. And we give our kidneys a pounding with coffee and
alcohol,
excessive protein consumption, when we're trying to build mass, alcohol, you name it. So
creatine ain't your problem if you're drinking too much of it.
It ain't necessarily your problem, but by all means, give yourself a break every once in a while. But there's no need to interrupt your mass building program for it. So if you're doing an 8-week, 12-week mass building program, take your creatine right through. It's fine. There's nothing to back it up.
So then he says he takes it when working out, capsule. So David, just a quick question for that. You said you take it when working out. So do you only take it on your workout days, or do you mean when you've been working out for a period of time? Because like you said, you want to be consistent with it, right? So there's no point just taking it on your workout days and then not having it on your workout days because you're not really feeling. Is that right?
Yeah. You want to kind of maximize your creatine stores. So there's no reason for him not to take it on his rest days. You should still take it because you want to keep it building up. You want to get that reservoir nice and full. That's why people
want to. Day, on day.
I mean, around a workout, it's good because you'll get the initial benefit of that digested creatine right then and there. So you will get a bit more of an explosive output in his workout, maybe an extra deadlift or 2 or whatever. But you get much more benefit, much more protein synthesis if you consistently take it every day, 5 grams. So I would recommend he takes it every day. But it's okay if he doesn't want to. He's still going to get some benefits.
Right. Okay, fair enough. There you go, David. Hope that answered your question. What else we got? I've talked about what it is. We've talked about the best type, when to take it. It's not a steroid. what else we got about that? I mean, I'm pretty happy with how that.
Yeah, look, I don't want to bore everyone to death with the science of how ATP works and how this helps boost it. But if you want to find out about that, there's some great articles on Muscle and Strength website and Men's Health website that talk about the current science on monohydrate. So if you want to find out why is it working, like by all means look it up. It's all around ATP, which is the adenosine triphosphate energy cycle, and it's really cool because it sort of works twice. It gives you more to begin with, and then the leftover atoms or molecules from this that hang around after it's broken down help your body make ATP again. So it sort of gives you a double whammy. You get more, and the leftovers help you make more. So you get this nice cyclical thing where you build up those stores. That's why it works so well. It's just one of those flukish things that has a nice double whammy effect.
Yep.
But look it up. It's your body. You want to know what you're putting in it. So check out the science and see what you think for yourself.
So then, if you're on this muscle and strength thing, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll get Lloyd to put a link down the comments below if you guys read this after. Because then you can click on it and have a look. But yeah, happy to help David. So yeah, just take a daily 5-gram dose, have it with some carbohydrates, optimal times around your workout. But if you get it in during the day, it's pretty okay.
Yeah.
Creatine monohydrate. That's it. That's all we want. Cool, guys. Another episode done. What are we talking about next week, Lloyd?
Oh, geez, good question. Why don't we talk about glutamine, one of my favorite supplements. Cheap, nasty, effective.
Another cheap supplement?
Yeah.
All right.
Just everyone should take it, in my opinion.
All right. So we're going to talk about glutamine because now, let's be honest about this one. I don't have much information about that, to be honest. So I'll leave it to this guy. He'll talk the science. I'll talk the simplicity, and we'll keep it then. See you guys.
That's good. See you. Thanks for watching. Hope it was helpful.